Hello friends, I am back again with a new exciting video. Today we are going to talk about the overall goal that we want to achieve through this video series. First, in this era of AI, Gen AI, Industry 4.0, it has become extremely important for every technology workers to now automate their tasks end-to-end. If we talk about end-to-end automation for networking services, we need few high-level components. First, the developer needs to store the codes that we are going to use GitHub. Next is to run the automation, and the automation engine in our case is AWX, which is commonly known as Ansible Tower. Ansible Tower is open-source community-driven Ansible orchestrator from Red Hat. It has multiple useful features, which we will see in some other video, but to remember, please don't mention AWX or Ansible Tower just as graphical interface of Ansible. It is more than that. Next, we need some target devices or tools on which the automation will be applied. For this, we are going to use EVENG for simulating Cisco topology and other trial VMs from OEM on top of VMware. While talking about automation, the learning will be incomplete without hands-on. And for hands-on, you all will require your own lab to play around. Let's understand how to build the lab step by step from scratch. Pay attention to the diagram. The first thing we need an Windows PC as host machine. On that host machine, we have to install the virtualization software. I am using VMware Workstation Pro version 17, which is free for personal use. In addition to that, we will need some tool to SSH your VMs, which in our case is another freeware tool called VS Code. We will also install WinSCP, a tool to copy or transfer files between host machine and Linux VMs. Next, we have to create separate VM with Ubuntu Linux image for AWX instance, self-hosted runner, EVENG, Infoblox, Panoram and Palo Alto firewall. Each of these installations, I will make separate videos for your assistance. On the AWX VM, we first install customization tool through which we configure the rest of the components. Next, install K3s with Docker containers. At this point, you should be able to access your AWX instance over browser as http://IP of the VM:/local cluster port. Next is to generate a free SSL certificate with OpenSSL and apply to the cluster. At this point, you should be able to access your instance with HTTPS/IP cluster port. Final step is to create a NG-INX reverse proxy to redirect cluster port EG300802443. Now your AWX instance should be ready with HTTPS://IP. Similarly, we need to configure other VMs and integrate with AWX instance. Happy learning! Don't forget to subscribe the channel, like the videos, and add any queries or components that you want to see in the lab.